Hi, how you going? It is, of course, me, Reese T. O'Leary of Purple Flame and Company. That's right, PERPELFLAME. I hope you're doing fabulous and well on this fine Sunday. It is so windy here in Sydney today. The winds of change are definitely, most definitely here. I'm just going to tune on in over to the page to make sure this is all up and running as we are live. We are live. Yay! How fantastic! How wonderful is that? I'm just going to get this shared across to a couple of pages while we are sitting here together, gaining some clarity and traction. I've got 4 decks of cards here ready to go because I want to read some cards for you all today. Now, how this is going to work, if you are just tuning in, is you will drop a little comment, question, anything down below, and I am going to pull a card for you and give you an associated message with that card. Currently, I'm shuffling the Moonology deck by Yasmin Bolland, my new favorite deck to use in these types of settings and types of sessions. But I just felt inspired to, pull a card for everyone. Yeah? So, but I also do want to do a little bit of a group read for everyone as well. Yes? Let's whack this in a few pages. How's everyone's long weekend going? Apparently it's the King's birthday. Pretty sure it's not. I am pretty certain it is not. But, you know what? We celebrate it, don't we? We celebrate it when we celebrate it, and that's all there is to it. Also, if you are watching this at a period of time and you're like, why am I not being acknowledged? You need to be here live when I offer to pull a card for you. You can't just expect that I'm going to be in this, this is a video. I'm not going to be here all the time. I know that sounds like a dumb thing to say, but trust me, I have people all the time go, you didn't acknowledge me. And I'm like, well, did you comment while I was live? And then they're like, no. And I'm like, well, how do you expect me to pull a card for you if you're not commenting live? I know a lot of people are probably taking advantage of the long weekend, but again, I just felt drawn to do a group reading for everyone. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. I do these when I feel drawn to do these. When Spirit says to me, go boy, I go. I say, when Spirit says jump, I say, how high, where, when, which direction would you like me to jump in? So that is the way it is. Again, if you are watching this and you are tuning in from a group, if you're tuning in from a group that I'm sharing this to, you need to make sure that you're commenting on the original post. I've got devices in front of me. I can't keep up with all the comments on all the groups at the same time. So if you would like to be acknowledged and you would, oh, there was an orb. If you would like to be acknowledged and you would like me to pull a card for you and provide you with a mini reading, then you need to comment on the original post. And I'm going to ask you all this. If you're not already sharing some love with Purple Flame and Company, make sure you do. It just takes 2 seconds to like, follow, and then you get notified whenever I do happen to be on live. Yes? These are not common for me anymore. I don't often have the space or time to be able to provide you these types of sessions. So Take advantage of it while it is here. Yes? Yes? Alright. Alrighty-roo. Alright, couple more groups and then we'll be good to go. I'm telling you, people are busy. They're taking advantage of this long weekend. And I can't wait to do a bit of a global collective consciousness read. Again, something I haven't had the facility to be able to do in a little while. So if you are wishing to take advantage, welcome and thank you for taking advantage. How dare you take advantage of me? I'm kidding. We've got some fabulous events coming up over the course of the next week and a half and coming months, which is super duper uber exciting. I'm really excited. All right. Just cleansing the cards. Let's see. So far I don't see any comments. No one wants a message. Everyone's scared, are they? Scared of being called out by spirit. I'm very fortunate. I'm currently here in Sydney and staying at one of my students' houses, actually. And she's getting some pretty intensive mentoring from me over the course of the next few weeks. Very intensive mentoring as she's starting to discover. I wonder if she regrets her choices yet. I think people sometimes feel like these, mentoring is going to be this easy peasy thing. It's not, guys. Going on your spiritual journey, even just that, we've had to have a discussion about what is spirituality, what is spiritual. That term gets chucked around so vaguely these days, and it can mean a range of different things to a range of different people depending on who you're talking to and what you're talking about. So I've had to really draw back to basics with my student and help her understand what the bloody hell she's doing. Because she had one concept of spirituality, I had another concept of spirituality. So every time I'm using the word spiritual with her, she's, off in a different direction to where I thought she was going. And I'm like, oh, we've got some crossed wires here. We need to uncross those wires so that we can move forward with this mentoring correctly and end up in the same location at the other end. Again, if you are watching this live and you're watching from a group, I can't see your comments from these groups. I'm sorry. You need to click on the post, come over to the Purple Flame and Company page and write your comment down below because I can't see you. All I can see is how many viewers, and even that's not accurate for me sometimes. So I just roll with the punches and go with the flow and flow with the go. All right. These cards are almost done. Oh, thank you, darling. I appreciate that. And hello, welcome to the video. I've got 2 more mentoring sessions left for this year. Ooh. Have faith in your dreams. You and your loved ones are safe. Very good. There's a lot of people, especially here in Australia and across the world, worrying at the moment. There's a lot of worry. There's a lot of worry about what does tomorrow look like. There's a lot of people just chucking their hands up in the air going, oh, whatever, and just rolling with the punches. And yes, while I advise going with the flow and flowing with the go, I don't advise just chucking your hands in the air and acting like, we can just do anything. We still have to walk in our life with purpose, with intention. And even myself, I have to, really ground myself a lot of the time and go, ooh, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, Reese? You need to absolutely bring yourself back to, basics. All right, these are ready. This is going to be a group read. Very good. A new romantic cycle begins. We're going to start falling in love with life again. I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. I'm getting the chills. Bam! This is at the bottom of the deck. Oh, chills. I got chills. They're multiplying. Literally. I'm not losing control though. I'm very grounded. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. The cards fucking speak for themselves, man. That's at the top of the deck. That's at the bottom of the deck. If you were here for my message about 3 seconds ago, you would have heard me talking about that. All right, and that's how we know. All right, a new romantic cycle begins. This is for everyone, by the way. I'm going to do a bit of a collective reading, and if you do want a mini reading and you'd like me to pull some cards for you, be warned, my messages are fierce. You may get called out in your own life and you may not like it, but I will tell you exactly what you need to hear, not exactly what you want to hear. All right? All right? Are we on the same page? And don't forget, if you are watching, I'm going to keep reminding you because sometimes there's people tuning in and out throughout the video. But if you are watching from a group that I've posted this in and you're like, why is he not responding to my comments? I can't see them unless you're commenting on the original comment thread. So you need to click on Purple Flame and Company, come over to the original post, and you need to comment down below if you would like me to read for you specifically. All right. This is for the collective consciousness. So this is everybody across the world. This is something, our shared vision, right? Our shared collective energy. A new romantic cycle begins. All right. I'm going to take that card straight off. Let's look into the future with these cards. Let's do it together. New moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. This is a big issue for everyone at the moment on planet Earth. This is a big issue for us all collectively at the moment. People are being presented with these, let's call it, this term gets chucked around a lot as well, but shadow work, right? Our inner selves are being presented, and all the things that we no longer require or the things that we don't necessarily like about ourselves are being shining through. Scorpio is all about the underside, right? Scorpio's all about the inner. Scorpio rules the things that we can't, well, Scorpio's ruling planet is Pluto, and Pluto is all about the inner things that we can't see, like the digestive tract, the digestive system, the reproductive areas, right? The genitalia, all of these areas are ruled by the planet Pluto, and Pluto rules Scorpio. So new moon in Scorpio, right? Work through your fears. Yes? We've got to work through our fears as a collective consciousness. A lot of people are going, what is happening with the economy? What is happening with this? What is happening with that? My loves, it's all energy. It's all energy. And again, there's another term that gets chucked around very loosely, energy, right? We are made of energy. We are energy beings. We are light beings. We need light. We need light. We need love. And there's another term that gets chucked around very loosely. Love. Right? All these terms, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because I'm noticing when I'm speaking to people at the moment, people are using these terms like they're just, can go anywhere and everywhere, and they really can't. They're really specifically, words are words for a reason, they have certain sounds, they have certain frequencies attached to them. If it's not spelt the same, it doesn't mean the same thing. So, and it does not hold the same resonance or frequency. So that's why I'm very, very much a lover of pointing out when things are bastardized or overused or overworked, especially in society. And things get very trendy. I'm not into these trends. Yeah? I'm not into trends. I'm an anti-hero when it comes to trends. I'll take your trend and I'll chop it up into little pieces. So, as a collective consciousness, we need to spend more time, working through our fears. And that starts on an individual level, on an individual basis. All right? Let's go for the next card. We'll do it together. Let's see this. Oh, we just had this card. We just had this card a moment ago. You and your loved ones are safe. We literally just, did you not see that? And then I shuffled again, and then here it is. Here it is again. So new moon in Cancer. We've got a bit of a theme happening here. We've got a bit of a theme. New moon, new moon, new moon. What's at the bottom? That's full moon at the bottom, but we'll come back to the bottom of the deck. Look at that. New moon, new moon, new moon. Interesting. This is all about the new energies coming through. Very interesting. And as well, Scorpio, Cancer, 2 out of 3 water signs. Actually, 3 out of 3 water signs if you I just got chills. 3 out of 3 water signs if you include the bottom of the deck. Right? Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Oh. People need to have courage. People need to walk steadfast on their journey with courage and conviction. Yes? Intention. Yes? Set goals. Set appropriate goals. Discipline yourself to achieve said goals. Discipline yourself to put action into said goals. Oh, the heart chakra is blocked for everyone. That was heavy. Next card. Let's look into the future some more. Oh, here we go. Full moon in Aries. A fiery climax approaches. Right. Because there's a crescendo. There's something that needs to come out of us all as a collective consciousness. We're about to burst at the seams. We are. And I don't think in a terrible way. I think in a very good way, actually. You know, before... let me give you an analogy about what I'm about to say. Let's say, for example, you've got something going on your skin, like a pimple. Let's say a pimple, right? You've got a pimple. Now, before that pimple can heal, right, and dissipate on your skin, it's got to fill with pus. I'm going to say that's this period here, right? We're filling with pus over here. Work through your fears, right? Because you're bringing all your fears to the surface. You're bringing them to the surface, much like the pimple that'll grow, right? And once the pimple fills with pus, sounds gross, I know, but it's a great analogy for what I'm saying. Once it fills with pus, what does it do? A fiery climax approaches. It bursts, right? But my stomach's going bananas while we're talking. It bursts. Yes? So that pimple needs to burst. But we're not up to that stage yet. Yes? A full moon in Aries. I wonder when that is. I think we've already had it. What's next? And I love this deck. Yasmin Bolland did it all a solid. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. How fantastic. Let's go back to the work through your fears card, right? In order to work through our fears and in order to overcome this fiery climax, communication is key. We're all being taught to authentically express. Again, another new moon. Fucking hell. Seriously, I need to put these cards down and show you. Look. Look at this. New moon. New moon. New moon. Granted, that's the full moon. New moon. Look at all this new energy coming through. Good. We need it. I think people have been resting on their laurels for a little too long on this planet. And it's about time that we all collectively move forward in a new direction on a higher plane of existence spiritually, right? So spiritually means encompassing all of our bodies, not just our physical body, our mental body, our emotional body, right? And our spiritual body. As a whole, we are all moving forward. What else is coming up? Another full moon. And Please, no, these cards aren't all full moons and new moons, right? These cards are not all full moons and new moons. There is every cycle of the moon in this deck. And we happen to be picking new moons and full moons from the top of the deck. Fascinating. Don't let pride get in your way, right? Right? Release what needs to be released. Learn to authentically communicate and express what is within that needs to be released, right? You just saw, I got my little weird refluxy thing that I get when I get told about a chakra energy that is needing some shifting. And that chakra for the global collective consciousness is the heart chakra. By the way, I've got a music album, if you didn't already know. It's called the Chakra Ameliorate album. You can stream a song called the Heart Chakra, which will help you release. That is available for free on Spotify. I will drop the links down below after I get off this video. And it is also on YouTube for free. There is no excuses for anybody that says, oh, I can't afford that. You don't need to. It's my gift to the world. If you want to donate some money on behalf of, enjoying the experience, or if it's something that has assisted you, by all means do so. It cost me a pretty penny. But I released this on Christmas Day a few years ago to assist the global collective consciousness in raising. Yes, that's my gift to the world. Don't let pride get in your way. Right? Get out of your own way, everyone. Yes? Sometimes we just need to admit what is. We just need to admit it to ourselves first, and then we need to authentically express and communicate with every single person around us. Hey, Sally Ann, I don't like what you're doing to me, but I haven't been able to tell you this because I haven't been authentically expressing or communicating myself. Hey, Roger! I don't know who Sally Ann or Roger are. Sorry, guys. I'm calling you out. Roger! That really pisses me off, the way you do that. I haven't been expressing it to you, and that's my bad. But now I am expressing it to you because I love you, Roger, and I want to continue to love you, and I want to authentically express who I am so that there's no walking on eggshells, there's no bad blood, there's no weird energy between us. So Roger, stop doing that. Sally Ann, you too. All right? Authentically express yourself, authentically communicate from the heart exactly what it is that you require. I see you, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I'll pull a card for you very shortly. What's the next card for the collective consciousness? Ooh. Nothing will come of this situation. Void, of course. See, I told you there's more than just the full moon and the new moon. Void, of course. Interesting. The Void of Course card, again, I read these cards intuitively. I'm not following the directions as per, Yasmin Boland's book. This little book that comes, that's a book. There you go. Can you see it's a book? I'm not following that, right? I'm following my intuition. Void, of course, nothing will come of this situation. Right. This is a very personal and deep journey that every single individual needs to step foot on this planet, in this collective consciousness. Right? Void, of course, is very interesting. We're not supposed to do certain points of work during Void, of course. So, this card to me says that it should be a clear focus for every single person participating in the global collective consciousness to do this inner deep work so that we can assist every single person on planet Earth. When we do our inner deep spirit, I'm getting chills. Someone's just stepped into my frequency. When we do our inner deep work, right, on this deep level, do you realize how much you're assisting the global collective consciousness by doing this work? Yeah? Do you realize that? The global collective consciousness actually receives this raising of frequency when each and every single person goes deep within and does this inner work. And for many people, it's a struggle to understand what inner deep work is or how to achieve or accomplish this. And unfortunately, in this day and age, 2025, there's a lot of people who claim to be gurus of understanding or and I don't even claim to be a bloody guru, but my gosh, let me just say, there's lots of COVID babies in the psychic spiritualist industry that have popped out during COVID because this was a really great way to make some money, that have now muddied the waters of understanding and helping people on their journey, right? I will never claim to do any form of healing work for you. All I can do is show you the door and show you how to open it. You've got to do the opening of the door because that's your job, not mine, right? But when you do open that door, when you do step through the veil, when you do raise your when you do raise your frequency, the greater collective consciousness benefits like you would never believe before. And you might not see the direct effects or ramifications of contributing to the global collective consciousness, but you must know that it is there and it does occur, right? Let's look towards the future again. What does it say? Don't let your past hold you back. South Node, right? Don't let your past hold you back. This is in conjunction, I can tell, oh, I'm getting chills again. This is in conjunction with working with, that, what's the card? Work through your fears. Right? This is telling a story. This is absolutely telling us a story about how the global collective consciousness is requiring that frequency shift, that energetic shift. You'll notice all over the planet right now, there's different weather events occurring. There's so many different things occurring all around the world right now. Volcanoes going off, this, that, the other, earthquakes. The world is shifting as we, the participants in this planet, on this planet, are shifting. We are inherently connected to the global collective consciousness, whether we choose to admit that to ourselves or not, right? Everything we participate in, everything we do, every thought, every word, every breath of air is contributing. How many cards have I pulled? Let me have a look. Let me have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 8 cards. No. All right, I'll go 5 more. I'll go 5 more for the global collective consciousness and bring us to our 13 moons. Hold your vision. Hold your vision. Right? This is about the global collective consciousness. Remember what I was saying before I started pulling cards? Setting those intentions, right? Right? Our job is not to be pulled off of our journey. Our job is to stay fixed on our journey whilst also going through all of these situations and circumstances and ensuring that as we walk on this path on an individual and a collective basis, that we are not only clearing and releasing that of which no longer serves us, but we are holding our vision towards the future that we seek to collectively create. Yes? Look at the bigger picture. Here's another full moon, right? Look at the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture of all of this? The greater collective consciousness, of course. When we raise our frequency as a greater collective consciousness, we actually share and spread more of what I refer to as unconditional love. I'm not sure if we all have the same meaning of what love is. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Look at the bigger picture. Unconditional love, spreading unconditional love for the greater collective consciousness, right? When we raise the frequency and the global collective consciousness benefits with unconditional love, we all feel that resonance. We all begin to relax into our own. We all feel more peace, more joy, more excitement, right? There are so many fantastic things coming here on this planet, in this dimensional space-time reality. We all must be ready in order to participate in it. Another fucking full moon. A win-win outcome is for... What was I just telling you? A win-win outcome is forecast. We all benefit. Oh, I'm getting chills. Spirit is in the room. Spirit is in the room. A win-win outcome is forecast. We've got 2 more cards. The energy is gaining momentum. It really is. It really is. Right? I fucking love these cards. I love these cards so much. The energy is gaining momentum because people are beginning to realize and understand their contribution to the greater collective consciousness, and also how to participate in this, the greater collective consciousness. You know, many people feel like they're so alone in the world. They are not. We are all a part of this fabric, this universal cosmic fabric. There's no such thing as alone, right? Your body itself is made up of millions of tiny cells, all participating together to create the wonderful thing that is you, right? And you yourself are one of millions participating in another form of fabric on planet Earth. How wonderful. I think this is our last one. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It is. There we go. One more. From the top of the deck, a time for healing. See? Almost dropped the deck. A time for healing. Right? That's what we're all experiencing. That's what we're all participating in. And that is some of the most important aspects of why, as a global collective consciousness, we ourselves as an individual need to go and do that inner work. This is why it's so important, because the global healing is what is occurring. The global healing, not just on an individual basis, on a collective basis. That is so important. We're learning how to heal ourselves. We're learning how to heal the environment. We're learning how to heal everything in our path. And then moving forward with unconditional love, grace, and gratitude, can we actually evolve as a consciousness? Evolution, baby. You can't fight it. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to pull 5 cards from the bottom of the deck, not 13 this time. Although... Nah, we'll pull 5. I'm going to pull 5, right? And the reason I'm going to pull 5 cards from the bottom of the deck, 5 is the number of change and transformation. And I want to look into the future of the inner, okay? So we've just looked at the outer aspects with this pile over here. Now we're going to look at the inner aspects, see where this takes us. So we've already looked at that, balance, spirituality, and practicality, right? And so learning how to walk on our journey. And I mentioned to you earlier that I'm working with my mentoring student. I'm at her house, actually. Working with my mentoring student over the course of a few weeks in an intensive one-on-one program so that she herself, and also I learn from this too, but so that we can get her to a certain point where she can develop on her own course without me. Right? She'll always have me here. I'll always be available. But ultimately, my job is to assist and facilitate a space for people to be able to walk on this journey themselves. Right? I didn't come here to hold your hand. No one needs their hand held. I want to hold your hand. No, I don't. From the bottom of the deck. Show the world the real you. Could this not be more in alignment with everything I've been saying in this video? And if you don't believe me, wait until I finish the video and you can watch it back. Show the world the real you. right? Full moon in Aquarius. That's what this healing journey and experience is all about. As I said, the authentic expression. The authentic expression. If you're not authentically expressing yourself, then you're not being the real you. You're wearing masks. And if you're wearing masks, then there's a blockage, right? And that blockage contributes to the global collective consciousness blockage. No more. Take the mask off, right? Let that mask dissipate and fall off. We love you for you. We love you with unconditional love, which means exactly as you are. Pimples, warts and all, right? Everybody's got a story. Everyone's got an experience. Everyone has something to share with the world. That is why your soul chose to come here. Yes? It's about stepping out of the comfort zone, right? We've had the south node. Now we've got the north node. Interesting. The north node's in the inner. The south node was in the outer. Interesting. Be bold and make the first move, because it's up to you as the individual to make the first move, right? No one can force you. As I said earlier, literally all of these cards are aligning with everything I'm saying, and I love it. That's why I love this deck so much. Be bold and make the first move. Nobody can force you on this journey. You have to be the one to make the first move in changing who you are as an individual on a soul collective level and on a personal level, right? Nobody can do that for you. You have to do that. You have to make that first move. Just like my mentoring student, who I'm staying with, made the first move to say, hey, Reese, I really want to get some one-on-one mentoring from you. I said, great, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm committed to you. Are you committed to me? Yes, certainly. Fantastic. Then let's do this together, baby. Let's do this, because by you and me doing this, we're going to raise the collective consciousness even further, and she herself is going to have a brand new experience in this life that she has never, say it, don't spray it, Reese. She is going to have a brand new experience in this lifetime that she has never had before, right? She's going to be able to express herself consciously, authentically, from the heart, with divine love, grace, and gratitude, right? And that's what everyone needs to be doing. That's what everyone needs to be experiencing here on planet Earth. So we've got the third one, there's the fourth one, and the last one. What do you need to release? Huh? Could it be any fucking clearer? What do you need to release? Yes? Alright. Make sense? Because I've already explained this in what I've been saying throughout this video, which is incredible. But does it make sense? I hope so. I hope so. Do you see where we'll go one more. You are good enough. You are good enough. Alright, that's enough. That's enough of those cards. Now I'm going to, if anyone would like an individual card for themselves, I'm going to do that. Share a brief message with those people. And then I'm going to love you and leave you. Michelle, this one's for you. What does Michelle need to know? Michelle, from the top of the deck, we have faith in your dreams. Yes? Have faith in you, Michelle. Have faith in you, right? I know things may feel at the moment very topsy-turvy, very upside down. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. Ah, a fiery climax approaches. So the outer experience, Michelle, have faith in your dreams, right? You need to have your vision set clear, and you need to hold that vision strong, right? From the heart space. But the inner work that you need to realize is that a fiery climax is approaching. Not to be a pusher, Michelle, but I think you could benefit from some coaching and mentoring with me, because it helps to have regularity and consistency with what we are trying to achieve, right? Especially on this spiritual journey. I want to have a sneaky peek on the inside, Michelle, and go a bit further. Luck is on your side. Yes. Luck is on your side. Right. Michelle, not everything is down. Stop seeing everything as what if down. The worst happens to me all the time, I can hear you saying in your mind. No, it's all a perspective, right? It's a perspective that you need to shift your mindset and mentality out of, because there is a lot of luck and love around you. You just need to find it. You need to view it. You need to see it. It's already there. Michelle, nothing yet is set in stone. Nothing yet is set in stone. And Michelle, you are good enough. This is all the inner cards. They're from the bottom of the deck. Your hard work is paying off. Right, Michelle? But don't let your pride get in the way. Isn't it funny? These are all the very similar cards that we just pulled. The energy is gaining momentum, right? In what you're doing, Michelle, in what you're trying to achieve. And a win-win outcome is forecast. But you need to take action. You're not taking enough action. Take the bull by the horns, right? Take the bull by the horns. Or in this case, the ram. You need to take more action. And you need to expect powerful change. Right? Let's have a look at the top. All right. So we've got the have faith in your dreams. We already went over that, Michelle. You got the void of course card. Michelle, whatever it is that you're going through at the moment in life, you need to stop putting energy into it. Okay? You're putting too much thought, too much mental rent space into whatever it is that you're participating in at the moment that's causing you so much grief and anxiety. Don't let the past hold you back. South Node, you need to move forward. A new romantic cycle begins, right? Does that? I know this is you and your loved ones are safe. Why are all the same cards coming up as the collective reading for you, Michelle? One more for you, Michelle. Time to give rather than take. All right. Now, Michelle, I'm very excited for our one-on-one session that you've got booked for tomorrow morning. And I can't wait to dive in on deeper on that for you. So thank you very much for tuning in and participating. And I really highly recommend, one more for you apparently. Adjustments are required, Michelle. That just jumped out. So last second message there for you. I'm just cleansing my cards. Who have we got next? Michelle, I would really recommend you consider some mentoring. Yeah? Guys, if you're unaware, I offer 3 months. I offer individual, one session mentoring. I offer, which I only recommend to people if they've already completed one of my larger mentoring sessions. 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. I've got the person who I'm staying with at the moment. I'm currently in the middle of a 12-month mentorship with them. And this is an incredibly intensive time for them at the moment while I'm staying here, because I'm unshiftable, unshakable, unwavering in my determination in assisting people on their journey. So, I've brought the journey to her, but Michelle, I would really recommend some mentoring. So have a think about that. Don't forget, you can pay in installments. It is not something you need to pay all up front at the same time. But it is something that I think you would really benefit from based on what I'm intuiting, based on what I'm picking up on. Because I think you need some assistance in keeping your mind on the straight and narrow during this period of time in your life. Well, send me a message, send me an inbox, send an email, either one of the three. Just get in touch, organize it for yourself. Didn't you see the cards before? It said you've got to make the first move. So whenever you feel drawn, whenever you feel that's a requirement for you, or that's something that you are ready to step into, come and talk to me. But let me tell you, I've only got 2 spaces left for this year. Oh, there's an orb. There was an orb. I've only got 2 spaces left because I only take on 5 people at a time. It is, I do have to give you my new number for tomorrow. Oh, what was that? Cards jumping out. Michelle, can you do me a favor? Did you already, when you booked through the Fresher link, did you put the new number in the Fresher link? If you've already put the new number in the Fresher link, I've already been provided with that from Chameleon. So they've already sent me your number, but can you do me a favor and email your new number to me as well, just to make sure it's the correct one that I've got? You've already got the email, so just email that through and I'll update my records if it's wrong, and I'll also let Chameleon know as well. So for anyone that's watching, I actually do readings as well. For anyone who's all around the world, it doesn't matter what country you're in, what time zone, what space-time reality, if you're in Australia, or if you're on the Gold Coast, right, you can go and do an in-store reading with me when I'm on the Gold Coast. I'm not currently there at the moment, but I will be, I read through a location called Chameleon New Age Salon. They're an award-winning hairdressing salon in Surfers Paradise on the Gold Coast. I also do readings, throughout other spaces as well around the country. I do private events. I'm here in Sydney doing some private events and also some of my own events. So I do lots, right? So if you're ever interested or you want to know more, go and check out the website, check out the Facebook events, yada, yada, yada. You get the gist. But if you're international and you want a reading, you can book in for a reading from as little as $20 Australian for a 5-minute clarification reading through the Chameleon Fresher link, which I will put down in the comment section after I jump off this video. I've got some bookings available this week, actually, some telephone and otherwise sessions. All right. So I'm now reading for Amy. Thanks for being around, Amy. You still here? You still with us? Chloe, you're up after that. Chloe and Amy, are you still here? Oh, are they? Oh, I think I know who you are. Why aren't you coming? Why aren't you coming? There's still some tickets available. Hey, there's a lucky draw prize for people who are coming valued at $750, mate. It's sitting right next to me right now because I've been doing some work with it. Why aren't you coming next Friday? You should come. $40 for a single ticket, or bring a friend, and it's 2 for 60. Right? That's $30 a ticket. I'm going to feed you. Oh, can't you get someone else to take them? Can't you get someone else? It'd be so fun for you, mate. Ask around. See if there's a possibility someone else could take them for you. You'd love it. You'd love it. We're going to be in that room over there. But there's a lucky door prize. I will also be opening up later today the opportunity for anyone who wants to tune in remotely for $20. But unfortunately, you don't get the benefit of, participating in the lucky door prize if you're not here. All right. I haven't got a comment back from Amy. So, Amy, if you're still here, I'll come back to you. But I'm going to skip straight to Chloe. There'll be some nibblies. We'll have some nibblies here. I've got some goodie bags for everyone. Yes. Everyone who attends in person gets a little goodie bag. And there's a lucky door prize. I mean, tell me I do a lot for you all without telling me I do a lot for you all. Plus, we've got people tuning in from all around the world digitally. So, oh. These are for you, Chloe. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Emotions are running high. Let's have a look. More of what's going on. I think that's our cue to stop shuffling. Top of the deck for you, Chloe. Hold your vision. Okay, interesting. Believe in the impossible. Bottom of the deck. Blue moon. Fixed moon. Blue moon. This is your inner. This is your outer, right? Chloe, you need to hold your vision about where you're going in life at the moment. I want you to create a 6 and 12-month goal list for yourself, because I think you're kind of flailing about in parts and aspects of your life, right? And Spirit is trying to share a message with you that if you clearly intent your world and your vision with exactly where it is you want to go, you'd be very surprised at what you can achieve. Believe in the impossible, right? Emotions running high also denotes, see, supermoon card, interesting. And emotions running high is also telling me that you need to do some more grounding work or earthing work for yourself. This could be jumping in the shower. This could be going outside. But you need to do some more connection with you. Your brain and your mind is very scattered at the moment. It feels like you've got too many things to think about. Too many things going on all at one time in your mind, and you're being pulled in so many different directions, and you're like, ah! The word that's coming to mind is frazzled. Frazzled, right? Oh, okay. I also feel like recently, and it might be in the last week or it might be up ahead, you need to make sure that you're writing things down or you're scheduling things in correctly for yourself, because I feel as though you've either forgotten something or you're going to forget something, right? There's this forgetfulness about, and it's attached to the scattered mindset and mentality. The end of a tough cycle approaches, right? This is a tough cycle when it comes to, this is another person in your world. This is relative to someone that's in your local vicinity. There's someone that you care about in your world. But this situation or circumstance has also been directly affecting you. So the end of a tough cycle approaches. You wish the best for this person. You also wish the best for yourself. You want to see more for this person. You want to see more for yourself. Wouldn't surprise me if that could be a partner then. Hold your vision. We'll go have a look at the next card for you there. Look at the bigger picture. The cards are speaking to you, mate. Hold your vision and look at the bigger picture. What's the next one? Your hard work is paying off. Right. So this is clearly telling me that spirit, that's the end of the tough cycle approaching. That's the end of the tough cycle approaching. You see? That matches exactly what I was just saying. Very good. I hope that message serves you well, but we'll have a look. You've got to step out of the comfort zone, right? You've got to address your inner fears about this circumstance and situation. You need to ground yourself so that you can hold his energy in place, so that his energy can... You've got to lead the way, right? You've got to lead the way, especially as fierce mama bear, right? And when you express your fears and anxieties and frustrations, or you don't express them correctly, you do or you don't, either which way, it's going to show through in your energy. It's going to show through in the way you deal with the situation, right? So you ground yourself, you bring yourself to a neutral state of being, that's going to reflect through into your son's world. Let's pull one more for you, okay? A fiery climax approaches. Right. I think there's also some things that maybe need to be expressed. It feels like to me, there's some things that need to be expressed from you to him. I don't know how old your son is, but it feels like you're not expressing something about the situation authentically. So I want you to do some work on that, and I want you to go within and maybe even just get a pen and paper, and start writing down things that you're not expressing, right? Things that you're carrying within you. You feel like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders as well. Take a deep breath, love. Take a deep breath, yeah? Okay, I'll go one more. Ah! Luck is on your side, right? I love that for you. I love that for you. And I don't love that you have bad anxiety. This is where spiritual tools come into practice. You know, some spiritual assistance could assist with your anxiety. Even if you don't manage to be able to come to the Friday the 13th event next Friday night, then I would wholly recommend, if you feel drawn to do so, to book in a telephone session with me so that we can work on this a bit further for you and try and get you some calmness, right? Some grounding. I think it would definitely help. I can understand you feel as though you're wandering a little bit aimlessly sometimes with these situations and circumstances, and it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. There's always a resolution. There's always a solution. You know, we're never provided a circumstance or situation by spirit that we can't handle, that we don't have the tools for. Sometimes all we need is a third perspective. Right. And I happen to have a very unique one of those perspectives. So if you do want to book in, I'll drop the link for the fresher. Let me do it for you now. Let me drop that link for you now, because I've been saying it a few times. So this is for anyone who wants to book in with a session with me through Chameleon New Age Salon. I will also put the prices. Tell them the price, son. Tell them the price. I will also put those down in the comments below for you. I do put them up on posts. These are exclusive prices through Chameleon New Age Salon, who I absolutely adore. So please, 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 just know that these are exclusive prices through Chameleon. My prices are much more expensive, but I provide... Oh, Chloe, a new start is coming. If you book through Camellia New Age Salon with me, our sessions are timed. If you book with me directly, our sessions are untimed, but much more expensive. So, take your pick in whichever way you wish to do it or whichever way you wish to participate. But there is something for absolutely everyone. All right. I've got some sessions available Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week. Of course, the Friday the 13th event for Friday. You need me, you know where to find me. I'm right here. Feel free to drop in whenever you need. All right, that's one. If anyone is wishing to actually participate in the Friday the 13th event as well, I would love to see you all. There is still a few tickets left, not many, but there is a few, and I would love to have a full house. It is an intimate setting, a very intimate setting. I will drop the details of that in the comments below now as well. There you go. The single ticket links are there, as well as the 2 for 60 links. I hope these collective consciousness reading, the collective consciousness reading serves you all well, no matter where you are watching this from. I thank you all. I thank you all for participating in this session. Thank you to those couple of people who allowed me to provide you with readings as well. And I will catch you all later. Bye.